Hi guys, book review time and Christmas book review time. I used to do book reviews like ages ago, and I also like watching BookTube and like book reviews and things. And I find that book review mashups tend to work quite well. So that means kind of reviewing a few books in one video rather than a dedicated video to each book, just because you don't always have that much to say on one book. So I hope that format works okay for you guys. That's what I'm going to be doing. And also, let me turn my notifications volume off my phone. Also, I'm going to be just recording my review once I've read the book, and then just like stitching them all together to make one video so that the books are fresh in my mind. So if you see me, probably not in a different outfit because I always wear a navy blue vest, but if you see like different hair in this video, that's because I've recorded it on a different day, right? Good. Okay, so I'm not tend to be a lover of what they call it, chick lit. Is that a derogatory term? I don't know, it's what people say, isn't it? Or romance, that kind of thing. I don't normally like that style of book. If you follow my Instagram stories, I think I did it on the From the Workshop channel, which is my dedicated Christmas account. So go and follow me there as well. Mother-in-law had a stack of books and she was like, do you want any of these? And I was like going through them, and some of them are Christmas books, so I thought I'd borrow them because why not? And also I use the Libby app on my phone. It's attached to my library, so I can borrow books for free via the library. And I tend to listen to an audiobook if I'm working, or if I just want to chill out before bed or something. You've got tired eyes, or you just need your mind to switch off. So I've gone to audiobooks, and if I'm not going to lie, I've been struggling with Libby to find books that I would like to read. So I thought, sod it, let's just type in Christmas and see what there is. And a few months ago I did this, and I read A Very Vintage Christmas, which you can follow me on Goodreads. I'm on Goodreads as Mrs. Brimbles or Anna Brim, I can't remember now. So you can follow me on Goodreads if you like, so you can see what I've read and what I'm currently reading. Yeah, Very Vintage Christmas, which was quite. I remember it being pleasant. I remember it being a bit predictable though, but I remember it being a fairly enjoyable read. It was about a lady who had a vintage clothing boutique, and she came across. She bought a load of clothes from auction, and she was going through them, and she found a letter in one of the pockets, and she kind of like went on a search to track down who this letter was from and to, and all that kind of stuff. And all I remember is it being a fairly pleasant read, and I must have enjoyed it because I also bought it as a gift for a friend. So yeah, so I'm gonna say that I would recommend. But I did it as an audiobook. So there we go. So that's like a very short little review on that one. So the one that I've just finished reading is The Christmas Cafe by Amanda Prose, or is it Prosy? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Again, this is an audiobook, and what I did is I literally just typed in Christmas, was flicking through, saw The Christmas Cafe, and I was like, oh, that sounds nice. I like books about books. I like books about cafes. I don't know, I just find them kind of cozy. I like books about little independent boutiques. I also absolutely love YA and vampires and witches and stuff, but so The Christmas Cafe kind of caught my eye because I thought it sounded kind of cozy and nice, and I thought, oh yeah, let's just go for that. I'm not going to read the bio, let's just jump in. Oh my god. The prologue is devastating. If you are triggered by death, the passing of a loved one, relationships, anything like that, hospitals, you're gonna want to not read this book. The prologue was absolutely heartbreaking. I found myself, my eyes were leaking, I was crying, but it was also beautiful. So I read it before going to bed, and I had headphones on. No one else was listening to it, and yeah, I was just crying because it was heartbreaking, but it was so beautiful at the same time. I don't. So I just wanted to keep on listening. So the main character is B, a 53-year-old lady, and her husband, who I think was 20 or 25 years her senior, was in hospital ill and passed away. And it was really heartbreaking. And I nearly stopped, but I was like, the way it was written. Sorry, I know I've got a glare going on because it's a really bright, sunny day today. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit bright and washed out. There's not really much I can do about that. Yeah, so I nearly gave up, but it's just something about the way it was written. It was written so beautifully, so poetically, and the narrator's voice. She's an Australian lady, and I really liked her accent and her voice, and so there was something about it that just kept me going. I wouldn't say I was hooked on the story so much, but I was hooked on the narrator's voice and the prose, the way it was written. It was just like really beautiful. It was just kind of it was just like a really enjoyable listen. So the character of B, she came across as absolutely lovely. I really enjoyed her character. I really liked her. She came across as such a really likable, lovable, kind lady. There were a few contradictions in the book because one minute they sort of talked about her being 53 and young and happening. She was a business owner at the restaurant. And then the next bit, it was like she was a bit of a technophobe. She couldn't email, she couldn't do this, that, and the other, and she had to rely on her husband to do everything for her. So I found that kind of a bit odd, if I'm honest, because like, you know, both of our parents are in their 60s, like, and 70s, and they can use email and smartphones and stuff. So I found that a bit odd because it wasn't as though it was written that long ago. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, and I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed finding out about her life and her relationships and everything. So the book was set in Australia, and they're very like little hints and suggestions at Christmas. And I spent a lot of the first part of the book being like, I thought this is a Christmas book. Come on, where's the Christmas? I want the Christmas. I want the, you know, the coziness of the Christmas. And then we get introduced to B's granddaughter, and they go. I don't really want to give away like loads of spoilers or anything, but they go on a trip to Scotland after having been approached. So she's been in email correspondence. B's been in email correspondence thanks to her granddaughter with someone called Alex, who runs a Christmas cafe in Scotland, in Edinburgh. And she has quite a lot of correspondence with them, and her granddaughter's parents, they go away on holiday near Christmas, and the granddaughter Flora didn't want to go, and so talking with her grandma, they decided to go on holiday together, and they decided to go to Edinburgh to see the Christmas cafe. I didn't really like the character of Flora. I found her a bit annoying. I thought I just thought she was a bit annoying. So yeah, they go to Scotland. So the Christmas cafe, I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't more talk about the Christmas cafe. The Christmas cafe, even though the book's titled The Christmas Cafe, there wasn't as much about the Christmas cafe as I would have liked. There wasn't enough Christmas in it for me. I still enjoyed reading it. So I'm looking at my notes. I still enjoyed listening / reading the book to it. So the Christmas was all the way through was just like hints in the background. It wasn't full on fa la 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 or anything. It was just like, yeah, just hints of Christmas in the background. I felt like there could have been more emphasis on Christmas. The emphasis really was on the relationships, B's life, looking back over her life, what things could have been, and her relationships, which was really nice. Was a love story. As I said, I really don't want to give any spoilers away. but I did really like the fact that like B acknowledges her gratitude over her life and all those kind of things. I thought that was really nice. So all in all, I did enjoy the story. Very much enjoyed the story, and I thought it was quite cozy. And I loved the narrator, her voice, and I loved the way that she put her emphasis onto B's character as well. So I enjoyed all of that. I had a general feel good about it, but I just wish there was a bit more Christmas. A bit more Christmas, a bit more about the Christmas cafe, and just a bit more kind of Christmas in general. But yeah, I guess that's all I want to say about it without, because I can't, like, I don't want to give spoilers. But yeah, I would recommend it if you like a romance, if you like a cozy read, if you just want something with a nice voice that you can put on in the background to switch off to. Um, yeah, I think I gave it a 4-star on Goodreads. But then most of my stars on Goodreads are either 4 or 5 because if I'm not enjoying a book and I think it's a 1, 2, or sometimes a 3, a 1 or a 2, then I just abandon it, to be honest. So yeah, so there you go. That's my review of The Christmas Cafe. So the last book that I want to talk about in this review is The Christmas at the Log Fire Cabin by Catherine Ferguson. I was lent this book by my mother-in-law. She's got a pile of books that she didn't want. Well, she wasn't going to read. And I borrowed it. Now, and I shared on, I think it was on my From the Workshop Instagram account. I shared the stack of books, and most people that commented said to start with this book because it was a super cozy read. And I was like, okay then, if you think it's a cozy read, then I'll read it. So let me read the description on the back for you. I didn't read the description on the back before I read it. I just jumped straight in. I'm actually finding at the moment that that's kind of like the best way to go, because a lot of books I wouldn't necessarily pick up after having read the back, if you know what I mean. But then actually I end up really enjoying the book. So there we go. So when Poppy's boyfriend Harrison proposes the week before Christmas, giving her 12 days to decide, she doesn't know what to do. With the festive season in full swing, it's make or break time for the couple and the clock is ticking. Meanwhile, Poppy's best friend Erin is desperate for them to fulfill their dream of setting up a catering company, and when an opportunity arises at a luxury cabin, the girls take their chance to impress. But they hadn't bargained on the owner of the cabin being quite so attractive. As the 12 days count down, will Poppy realise Harrison is the one for her, or will it be love in the lodge when the new year comes? Okay, so I'm really glad I didn't read the back of this, because to me that sounds pretty cheesy. And yeah, I wouldn't have read it if I'd have read the synopsis on the back first. In actual fact, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it wasn't anywhere near as cheesy as the back makes it sound. It was definitely very cozy. The Harrison guy, the boyfriend, he really annoys me. And as I said, like, I hadn't read the back, so throughout the book I was willing for them to split up because he just really annoyed me. The whole character of Harrison just really annoyed me. He calls Poppy Puss in it, which I found really irritating. But luckily he doesn't really focus, like, he is part of the book, but he's not like in the book loads, which is good, because yeah, he really annoyed me. So yeah, I found it a thoroughly enjoyable read, a very cozy, because it talked a lot about food, and well, yeah, I like my food. I really liked that each chapter or each day, because so she caters in the lodge for 12 days, and each day has like a set menu, and I really like that each day it has like the menu of what they're going to eat and everything. And I really like the descriptive way that they talk about the food. I really enjoyed it from the start, actually, because from the start it starts like talking about food and Poppy being in the kitchen, and started talking about her mince pies, how she puts like orange in the pastry and stuff, and I was like, you had me there. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the description of like the log cabin and them decorating and everything. So if you wanted like unlike the Christmas Cafe, this book is like Christmassy from like the get go, and I really liked that. a definite like all round feel good, cozy in front of the fire kind of thing. I really liked the characters of Jed, and I really liked the characters of Clemmy. In fact, I liked all the characters in the book other than Harrison. Kind of a bit of an interesting storyline. There's like a couple of storylines going on, bless her, for Poppy. It's kind of like a busy time for her. So I think for a lot of people, Christmas does sort of bring up things about family and things, and it does for her. Her biological father has not been around in her life for most of her life, and that kind of like rears its head at this Christmas for her, which is kind of unexpected. I mean, a lot of people kind of dwell on things over Christmas, don't they? So that kind of come up, and there's like sort of issues with her mum and things. Then she's got issues with her boyfriend, who, like, as I say, like, who proposes, and then he proposes, and then he goes off on holiday for Christmas. So she's got a lot going on. She has a lot going on, bless her. So you kind of feel a bit sorry for Poppy, but then equally, I admired her because she kind of did her own thing anyway. She found her feet. She surprised herself, and she gained confidence and kind of had the ability to kind of go in a new direction and handle all these things on her own and carve out a new life for herself with the catering business. So yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Certainly, definitely a cozy read. So go for it. I don't really know what else to say about it other than like I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really nice. I thought it was lovely. So yeah. There'll be more book review videos to come because I've nearly finished another 2 books. So yeah, watch this space. I probably do like a book review video like maybe once a month or something, and do a mashup again. Of all the books in one place. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Oh my gosh, I don't know what was going on with my chin then. That was so weird. Must be the angle at which I'm filming at, but now I'm really subconscious about my chin. Anyway, I just wanted to say also that if you guys would like to try out any Christmas books and you don't really know where to start and all that kind of stuff like me, and you don't know what book to read, you don't know where to start, you don't really want to read the back of a book and then be put off by the description and things, just like how I've been, then on my Etsy shop, I'll pop a link below the video, I now sell mystery or blind date books. So basically you are literally buying a book, but you don't know what the book is. But it's a Christmas book. So yeah, I will send you a random book that's all wrapped up all pretty, and you can just open it and sit down and read without any kind of preconceived ideas or bias. You can literally just make your cup of tea, find a cozy spot with a blanket, sit down, unwrap the book, and then just plunge yourself straight into it. And like me, you might be pleasantly surprised and find a read that you didn't think you'd like before. So yeah, that's up on my Etsy shop, and there'll be a link in the description of this video below. So I really am going now. Bye guys.